Yo, what's good guys? It's Nightwing2303 and today we're talking about these bad boys right here. Well, I don't know if they're bad boys, we'll find out, but we are talking about the Nike Hyperdunk 2016. These are the regular versions. And just to clear everything up, there is no elite model of the Hyperdunk this year. It's just these two. It's the high, the low, and then the Flyknit, which we covered earlier, and the performance review on those guys are available now at weartesters.com. But with that being said, we're going to take a look at these guys' tech specs. They are slightly different than the Flyknits. However, the two of these together are identical. One's high, one's low. That's the only real difference. Brian is going to be taking care of this one, so if you're interested in the high version, he will be testing the shoe and giving the performance review on that in the coming weeks. I'll personally be taking care of the low because there were so many people that were pissed that I wasn't going to take care of the Hyperdunk this year. So I like lows, these look cool, so I grabbed this pair for you guys to test and review, so hopefully you guys enjoy. And with that being said, let's go ahead, get right into it. Here's just a quick look at the traction. Nothing has changed between this version and the Flyknit or the low. However, this is solid rubber, so you can really see the traction pattern here versus the clear rubber. It's a little harder to get all the details on these guys versus something like this. I think that the traction looks awesome, and of course we all know that it will heavily depend on the court condition and the rubber compound. So these guys here being solid rubber will most likely have really solid traction, whereas these will most likely play just like the Flyknit version since it's translucent. But as usual, we don't really know until we take them for a spin. Now, something that's definitely changed between both of these models and the Flyknit, other than their price tag, is the cushion setup. These guys are segmented, so there's heel zoom air and then there's forefoot zoom air. Nothing in the middle here, and everything is still basically encapsulated within this Phylon midsole. And something that I really think is interesting here is the material setup. I'm typically not a fan of synthetics and things like that, like the Fuse. However, this is a good way to implement them. All of this right here is a screen mesh. I really like this material, no complaints there. Then everything that you see underneath it is the structure of the shoe, and as you can see, it's nice and flexible and malleable and all that stuff. So this setup here, it's not going to feel like Fuse. It'll feel kind of like a broken in Fuse, and that's the kind of Fuse that I do enjoy, even though I still personally prefer other materials over this. This is not something that I would personally complain about. It doesn't feel stiff at all. It feels fine to me. And the good news is that this stuff is durable. So for those of you that don't like the durability or lack thereof of softer materials, we got this right here. Fuse is going to last you quite a long time. Now the interior or medial panel is really interesting. What you have here is an exposed internal sleeve. So the tongue here is going inside the shoe. It's an internal boot system. And then normally you have that outer layer kind of covering that up. They've removed that completely on this side, so it's segmented right there, and I just think that's really weird. It's cool and it's weird. On top of that, this should also provide plenty of ventilation. The only thing that would be considered a downside is that all of this right here, not only does it go through, I'm talking about the lacing system, but not only does it go through the Flywire, but it also goes through the Fuse, whereas on the medial side it is strictly Flywire and no Fuse. So you'll have kind of like two different lacing support systems there, this side being a little bit more stronger than that side. You got this little rubberized piece right here on the toe. Not only does this look cool, but it's also there for extra protection for toe drags and things like that. And that pretty much takes care of the two models. You got the high here, the low. Again, the only difference between these two, besides their price points, is the extra material along the collar. Other than that, it's not really a different shoe. One's just high, one's just low. The price point is $130 and $140. And then the Flyknit, of course, we all know is $200. So if you were not interested in spending $200, but you still wanted the performance of a Hyperdunk, these are your two options. Again, performance reviews are coming soon, so just make sure to stay tuned for that. Be patient though, because it does take time to test properly. The Soldier 10 is on a small hiatus right now because I made a mistake and wore quarter cut socks with those instead of really long socks, and they cut the hell out of my legs, and so now I have all these scabs and stuff, and every time I put on the Soldiers, it does not feel good. So those are postponed. I'll take care of this guy here, and then I'm also done with the Hypershift, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support, and until next time guys, have a good one.
Your shirt looks a little wrinkly.
It is wrinkled. I don't care.
There you go.
Thank you.
Love you.
Whoa, that's super close to me.
No, it's not.
Move the whole camera back. What is this? How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to... I gotta... That's what you want me to do?
Shut up.
Is this what you want me to do? How am I supposed to record and talk the way I talk with my hands?
Shut up.
Jeez. Is the battery life okay?
You got like a little over half, I guess.
It's not full.
No, it's not full.
I better talk quickly. You must hurry before my battery runs all the way out.
The battery's already out.
Is it really? Is it red?
No. Have fun looking at all that.
I can't see the battery. Is it full?
It's a little over half. Do not lose what I did.
That's full.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Are all the white spaces filled? Then it's full.
It looks.
Can you not read the thing? How are you going to tell me that that's a little over half when it's all
It looks
filled?
like there should be another line in there.
No. You're fired. Toodaloo. Love you. That was improper grammar. It's supposed to be the performance review on that shoe is available now over at weartesters.com. America.